Hello guys, and welcome to a review of the Razer Blade 14-inch 2013 laptop. On this review we're going to be looking at many different features and many different classes of evaluating the quality of this laptop. So we're going to start off by listing them here. We have quality, style, portability, functionality, and performance. So we're going to be looking at quality first. Now starting off with this, we have a screen resolution of 1600 by 900, and the reason that it's not 1080p is because you get a better frame rate with a lower resolution. The problem I found with this display, however, is the colors aren't as saturated as I would like them to be. Another thing is the viewing angles aren't the best, but other than that, it's still a pretty good quality display. Onto the keyboard, we have a mechanical illuminated keyboard, which is really nice. Razer did a really good job on this, and the buttons are very springy and responsive, and I've not had any troubles with it so far. Next we have the speakers here, which are actually really great quality speakers. I was very impressed with the quality of these speakers when I first heard them. They're very loud, if you want them to be, and just excellent sound quality. Moving on to the touchpad, it is a very nice touchpad, multi-touch, and it supports all of Windows 8's gestures seamlessly. Also, we have two mechanical keys, left and right, which are very similar to the keyboard as I've shown before. Overall, the quality of this laptop is fairly good. I would like a nicer display on the next iteration, but other than that, it's an excellent quality laptop. Moving on to our second category, which is style, is just this laptop is very stylish. The illuminated keyboard, the theme green just radiates from this laptop. Everything looks so symmetrical, and you even see we have a glowing Razer symbol on the back of it, just like the Apple MacBooks or MacBook Airs. We also see that it's very thin, which is very attractive. It's unibody aluminum, and overall it's just an insanely good looking laptop. Moving on to our next category, portability. Now this laptop is obviously very thin and actually very light. It's about 4 pounds, and even at the bottom we have these rubber grips, I guess you would say, to help them from sliding off a table. So this is also beneficial for portability because you can put it on any surface and it will not slip. Another thing is the battery life. It has a great battery life, about 2 to 3 hours on gaming and 4 to 6 hours on web browsing. Another thing for portability is the power brick. It is very small, very compact, and it's just really easy to carry around. That's about it for portability. I'd say it's a very portable laptop, very competitive in its class. Next thing we're going to be looking at is functionality of this laptop. Now, if you check on Razer's website, you can see that Razer actually has a lot of software available to download. And this software is actually very brilliant. They have macros for every single key on your Razer keyboard. This is built in, keep in mind, this software. You can also download it from Razer's website. You can just add a macro very easily. Just create one, type in whatever you want, just record your actions on your keyboard and assign it to any character very easily, and I can just show you it right here. So I just went ahead and typed in some random characters there, and I'm going to assign it to the key W here. So we're going to go ahead and test this out once we assign it on Notepad. The interesting thing about this is it records the time between each button press and will punch them in accordingly. So I just hit W once there and all of this came up just from my macro. So that would be really helpful for any game really that you would need a macro for. So I'm just going to go ahead and assign my W back to that. Something else that Razer has done which they haven't really seemed to advertise a lot, is that they have a configuration in their power settings specifically dedicated to gaming. And I find a real improvement when I'm using this over high performance, and it just works great. So this laptop feels great, looks really nice, very light, very portable, but can it run intensive software? The answer is yes. I've actually found very great performance, video editing, and playing games. I can render a 5-minute video in about 12 minutes, which is very impressive to me. Moving on to what this laptop is specifically designed for, gaming. I have Battlefield 3 playing here, and you can see that I have it on ultra settings here. You'll be able to see that in a second, and I have a great frame rate. This is running at about 30 frames per second, and it's just great response time with the keyboard, the mouse, everything just works flawlessly on this laptop. When you're gaming, you'll have no troubles. I'm also screen recording this and still maintaining a great frame rate, so there'll be no issues there for commentators. And yeah, just you can see right here it's on ultra settings, and it's just running perfect. Battlefield 3, which is a very graphic intensive game. So overall, the performance of this laptop is just spectacular. The one drawback that I found was that it can get a little hot at sometimes. Not too hot, but still a little too much for my liking. Other than that though, guys, this is a great laptop for quality. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 simply because I think they could have done a better job on the display. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 for style. It's a gorgeous laptop. For portability, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 as well because it's very portable. For functionality, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. And for performance, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. Simply because sometimes it can get a little too hot, but that's to be expected from a gaming laptop. Overall, I'm going to give it a 4.7 out of 5. This is a great laptop, and I would definitely recommend it if it is in your price range. Thank you for watching, guys. This has been my review of the Razer Blade 14-inch. I will see you guys next time. Peace.